do is I like to talk about just random stuff on the fly, on the topic. I don't like to be very scripted on the way I do things. It kind of stresses me out a little bit sometimes. So I'm very good at telling stories and stuff on the fly, random topics and stuff like that. So, and then if anything like currently happens, I'd like to be able to talk about that right off the bat anyway.
Okay.
So I think we'll be pretty successful at this. Probably more successful than the first Taliban guy trying to fly a Black Hawk. So, so we could do this. You guys could either give me a topic. Well, let me do a shout outs first. I did my intro. This is a new format that I'm doing here.
Okay.
I'd like to do a shout out to my cousin Shane. He found a 30-inch television set in the garbage today, and all he was a power cord. Now he has a TV for his bedroom. And if you want to check out that TV, he actually posted it on Instagram. And here, hold on. Hold on, here we go. There we go. It's Chaotic Soul. It's KHAOTIKSOUL. That's a 30-inch TV he found in the garbage. Just needed a power cord. Works great. And you can see him. He's playing it on his first post there. And he's also just started a pressure washing company. So if anybody in Pensacola area is looking for some pressure washing, go ahead and look up my cousin Shane.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
Just in case he could travel. Travel to, where's that? Long Island?
Yes. I'm sure he's not traveling to Long Island for a little power washing.
There. Get in his truck and drive up there. So, let's see. So we can go off the. Go ahead.
Great. Let's. I have to know who I'm talking to. So I know your deal, right? You're married, Sean?
Yes.
You have kids?
I have two.
2 kids. And
I have a 20-year-old and an 11-year-old.
Oh, wow. Okay. And Tralana, what about you?
I have an 11-year-old, about to be 12-year-old son.
Okay. All right. I have no kids, 2 dogs. So if one starts barking, it's because she has dementia. I'm going to try and keep her quiet, but I don't know how many treats I could give her.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like that. Seriously, she's heavily medicated. Doesn't always work.
What kind of dog is it?
My old one is a Shih Tzu. She's like 15.
Okay.
And I have a pit bull also.
So which one is the dementia?
The Shih Tzu, the 15-year-old. Yeah.
The 15-year-old Shih Tzu that has dementia.
Yeah. And
you're out of treats.
I'm not out of them, but she'll eat them all day long. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you laugh.
So, all right. So,
go ahead.
Anything crazy happened to anybody today? I mean, I like to kind of shout out anything crazy like to this week, today, anything.
Anything crazy? How about you, Tralane? I'm gonna let you go first.
Not today. I mean, on Labor Day, I went parasailing, which was awesome.
Very cool.
But I didn't have anything today specifically.
Okay. So let me ask you on the parasail, how high did they take you?
We chose the 600 feet option. There was 400, 600, and 800 feet. And we went in the middle because we're both like kind of scared of heights and we've never done it before. So we were like, let's try this middle ground out first. But we loved it and it wasn't scary at all. So we definitely want to go again and do the 800 feet.
Holy shit. Not a chance in hell for me doing that. Definitely
right,
not.
So B, I am scared of heights, but I still do that stuff. And I bungee jumped back in 94. And actually, I think it was in 2000, maybe 99 or 2000. I actually went to Florida, Clearwater, and me and my wife were walking on the beach and they did the parasailing. And I saw that the different things, the different feet that you could go up. And I asked the guy, I says, how high can you physically get me up there? And he said, 2,300 feet. I said, let's do it. So I don't know. I mean, it was a really cool experience, but it didn't really give me the adrenaline rush. It was I love the feeling up there. It was so quiet. You could hear the engine boat whining. But I think probably the biggest rush that I had in doing something like that was this at Great America. They had this like giant sling where they would pull you 180 feet up one way, and you would get up there and you pull a ripcord and you swoop down like Superman. Then you kind of fly back and forth on this thing. And it was like, but I remember when they were putting it on me and they told me, they go, oh, it was terrifying, but it was still fun at the same time. But I remember it was when they were putting it on me and they go, all right, we're gonna hook you up and then we're gonna just pull you to the top and then we're gonna count down and then you're gonna reach over and you're gonna pull the ripcord. I'm like, I gotta pull a ripcord? Can't you just let me go? I don't want to be the guy that pulls the ripcord. So I got up there and then I did it, but that was probably the most adrenaline experience I think I got even out of the bungee jumping, and the parasailing was that little Superman dive, whatever they called it at Great America. But yeah, that was pretty fun. So Lisa, you got nothing? You got nothing exciting?
No, listen, I don't have anything as exciting as parasailing or anything like that. First of all, I didn't work the whole week. No, I don't do that kind of crazy shit. I'm sorry. First of all, I'm too old, and second of all, I have a hard enough time walking in heels. I don't swim. I'm a floater. I don't go underwater. I don't like it. So no, I'm definitely not doing any of that shit. Bungee jumping, no. Parasailing, no. Skiing, no.
No.
I like stability. I like 2 feet on the ground. I did have some crazy shit happen this week, though.
All right.
Are we gonna talk about dating?
You guys we'll talk about married. Whatever. We talk about whatever.
You guys are both married, right?
I'm not married.
You're not married. Do you date,
no.
Tralana?
Sometimes. It's slim pickings around here, but yeah, sometimes.
Okay, well, let me tell you, when you get to be my age, it's slimmer.
Oh gosh.
It's slimmer. It's like shopping at the thrift store. When you know that
it already feels that way. Yes.
No, really. You know that meme about like the least damaged goods or whatever? It's exactly what it's like. And that's why and you start to recycle things. Like you date somebody and then like 6 months to a year later, like they get in touch with you again and you forget the bad times. You're like, I don't know, maybe like what was so bad about it or whatever. I literally get random messages from guys like I met 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I talked to one time 6 months ago for like 3 minutes, like all the time. So 3 years ago, literally 3 years ago, I dated a guy for about 4 weeks. Lives in my neighborhood. The first time I met him, I thought he was like the sweetest thing. The first week, I realized he was a little jealous, maybe insecure or whatever. I'm not jealous at all. I'm not like at all. So he was constantly like accusing me, who you talking to? Why's your phone going off? Like he worked nights, so he would be on Messenger. And I guess when people like message you on Messenger, like your phone shows some kind of activity, like it'll show activity. I have no idea because I would be sleeping. And then he would start questioning me about my phone and who I was talking to in the middle of the night. Well, P.S., long story short, it ended really ugly. Like really ugly. Like he accused me of like being with other men, like on my lunch hour and stuff like that, if I didn't check in with him. Kind of crazy, right? 4 weeks. So over the course of the last 3 years, every once in a while, he would randomly text me something. So about 4th of July weekends, we had a party, and by accident, I was asking another neighbor who was from this neighborhood if he knew him, and I was telling him the story, and I butt dialed this guy by accident because I pulled up his contact information, and I butt dialed him by accident, whatever. I hung up. When was it? Tuesday. What's today? Thursday. Tuesday, in the afternoon, he sends me a text message like, "Hey, how are you? I just wanted to know if you had plans this Saturday night. My daughter's getting married, and I was wondering if you would like to come to the wedding with me." Like, We dated for like 15 minutes 3 fucking years ago. And you can't find a better person to take to your daughter's wedding than me? Like,
why?
who does that? This is what's out
Guy?
there. This is the kind of crazy people. Like, who does that?
Oh man.
It's almost like he has a book where he just flips through good women to take to weddings.
Right. I need a date for a wedding.
I'm going to file you under wedding date after that 15.
Let me call this woman that I terrorized 3 years ago and see if she has plans for Saturday night. I'm telling you.
All right, let's start real quick. You guys are familiar with stereo, and actually, people can send in voice as they're listening. People can actually engage with the conversation. And I try to I noticed in the past I'd kind of overlook these things and get to them too late. So I'm going to hit these bubbles here, and they're going to you're going to hear people who have been listening in on the conversation. So hold on. Let me hit the bubble. There we go. I think it goes. Yeah, we got to go. There we go. First time.
What's up?
That's my cousin Shane. Here we go again.
Hey Shane, is he listening? Can you tell people?
Tralana, Sean.
He gets your name right, my name wrong.
That's amazing.
I got one more from him here.
This must be a Boston girl.
Is he right?
No, I'm not.
No. No, it's Shane. It's not Boston. Take another guess. But, all right,
Is he
so
talking
yeah,
about
that's
me or Lisa?
I don't know. I don't know.
I was thinking he was trying to guess Lisa's accent.
Here we go. We got another. He might have said something. Here we go. Oh.
Well, my bad. Was I close?
I think he's talking about you, Lisa.
Me? No.
Yeah.
Do I sound like I'm from Boston?
I don't think so.
No, definitely Long Island.
There you go. Long Island, Shane.
New York.
All right. So, yeah, I don't know. The whole dating thing is kind of crazy. You hear. I mean, TikTok is just full of like drama now. Just all you hear is like all the single women on TikTok just complaining, and it's just it's unbelievable. I don't even know how it even works. Like, I mean, with like all that.
You know what? Go ahead.
Oh, I was
go
gonna
ahead.
say it's crazy. It's crazy how if you even follow someone back, they automatically like think that means you're interested.
I was
And so
just
then
gonna
they-
say that. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that. Like, it's not an invitation. You know what I mean? I stopped answering, and that's why a lot of times I don't follow people back. Like,
yeah,
I'll look
exactly.
I'll look and see if they have any videos up and stuff like that or whatever. But geez, they think as soon as you follow them back, you're hey babe, what's going on? Or hey beautiful, or hey, do you want? Some guy sent me his phone number. Like, he sent me 3 messages in a row, and then he sent me his phone number.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Wrong app. Wrong app.
Yeah, wrong app.
I mean, but I think, and you see a lot of these people that are trying to use the TikTok actually as a dating app. I mean, you see it.
They are.
But
Yes.
I mean, what drives me nuts is, okay, so I do this stuff, and I have another channel that I've had before my original channel, and I'm a very supportive person. I try to support people, and it doesn't matter if you're a guy or girl. I'm going to go on there and I'm going to like a lot of your stuff. I'm going to comment on your stuff. I'm going to give you full support. I mean, kind of expect it in the same, and that's kind of what I'm looking at, but it's going back and forth. Mm-hmm. And I've had ones where it's like my attention is somewhere else. Like, what? I just liked your video. I mean, like, it's like, it drives me nuts too from the guy standpoint too, is when you're just trying to basically support people.
Right.
You know, I mean, all these apps work so different. You have, TikTok, obviously you can like, you can comment, you could share. That's what you're telling people to do. You want people to like, comment, and share, so it pushes your stuff into the algorithm. You go on Instagram and you have your post, and then you have your stories. And I love the story thing that people, because it shows so and so looked at your story.
Right.
And what I find funny is there's people out there that legitimately think that so and so is looking at their stories, they're obsessed with them, and they're looking at them. No, stories is on a playlist. It plays along. If I got all these stories in my top feed, I hit the first one, it goes to the next, it goes to the next, it goes to the next.
Right.
I'm not stalking you. I'm looking at first of all, I follow you and you allow me to follow you. One, two, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of a weird thing that like how people look at that. It's kind of like you're saying, like, just because you follow someone back, it's like the waitress being nice to you, and they think that, oh, she wants me.
Right. The idea
Yeah.
is to look at videos or watch stories or follow people and interact, but there's always going to be people that misinterpret that or think it's an opening for something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it ruins it for other people because it makes you hesitant, like you said, Tralana, to follow people back. Like,
Exactly.
we're not all there. When I see if a guy follows me and he's got on his thing like single, looking for the love of my life or some bullshit like that, I won't even bother following him back. I can't.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think I find it. It's just a weird situation, and I don't know how long TikTok's gonna. I mean, are you guys kind of I mean, I know that Lisa, you're kind of off and on TikTok. Like I noticed that you'll
Because I
post
think
here and there.
I have to, for me, like I know you put a lot into it, and
Mm-hmm.
when I first got on it and I was into it, I was a little obsessive about it. You know, I don't know if you know my niece. I don't know if you ever saw the Chicken Wing Girl, the dance that went viral. You what?
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Well, last year, a young girl did a dance. She's not trained. She's not a trained dancer or anything like that. She did a dance and then she did it again and it fucking went viral. It went so viral. Everybody was doing her dance. A lot of big influencers were doing it. The guy from I think he was from the Ellen Show. The producer from the did it. From News Guy did it. Like a lot of people did it. And then Fortnite made her an offer to buy the rights to her dance, and it launched her whatever you call the little, what do you call that figure icon, whatever it is.
Oh,
it
the verified blue kind, the blue check mark
on Fortnite. What's their emoji thing called? The character.
I never played Fortnite.
Did they do a dance? Yeah. Oh,
well,
the emote.
It launched hers a couple of months ago or whatever. So she's, I mean, she only has about, I haven't looked at her profile lately. She was up to a good 500,000 followers, and many millions of likes and stuff like that. And she's got people, sending her stuff and all that other stuff or whatever. And I was like, I thought it was like the coolest thing. Not that I was thinking I was going to go viral. I'm not dancing. You see me. I'm not dancing and shit like that on there. I'm very particular about what I put out. But I was obsessed with the videos. Some nights I would be on the friggin' app for like hours watching, scrolling, thinking like I got to come up with something and stuff. But then, I had to pull back because I can't function as an adult with my life and be on that app all the time. So I do. I pull back a little bit. I'm not looking to go. I don't have the energy to put into it to try and, you know what I mean.
No, I understand. I mean, I
don't.
noticed
But I
that
do.
You'll come and go on there, and that's kind of what I was looking at. I have another good person that was on there that I talked to that she had actually just quit her TikTok because it's just too much, and I think she kind of became obsessed with it at home, and I think it was kind of affecting their family and stuff like that. And it is a very addictive app. But to me, when I got on it, and then I was like, I'm not going to do this thing. I got off it, and then I heard about the whole them looking at your stuff where you could steal your clip. China was stealing your clip, your copy paste stuff, and I just didn't get on it. And then my cousin was on it, and I'm like, well, he's doing well. I'm like, yeah, I need to get on this thing to start building my thing. And then I jumped on it, and I had a video start to go viral on my one channel.
Yeah, you had one on TikTok too.
Yeah, I had on my. Well, I have another channel that went viral before all this, and that's kind of I didn't even start my personal channel until later, and that channel gave me more followers. It was kind of weird. This channel, when I started it, and then I actually went viral for playing hide and seek with a truck.
Right, that
And
one I saw.
yeah,
Yeah.
3.4 million views.
Are you talking about Clapper though?
No, I'm talking about. I have 2 TikTok channels.
Oh, you do? How come
Yeah,
I didn't know that?
one's a hidden identity.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and that particular one, I was doing well with in the beginning, and I was kind of putting merch and stuff together. But unfortunately, I'm still doing it. I'm back at doing it and stuff like that. But it's kind of a seasonal thing.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, with TikTok, it's very hard to. You got to stay relevant. To stay relevant, TikTok, it just forces you. Like if you're a creator, you got to keep going and going and going, and
Right. I'm not
it
a
drives me
creator.
nuts. And my problem of it is even like with my personal one now, it's like these. I have other stuff that you have a life to live too. You have to. I have other stuff I want to do. Like this. This was particular. The personal thing actually was. I was supposed to do the other TikTok, and then this was actually supposed to be a business podcast. I was supposed to talk about business and positively criticize businesses and stuff like that. And I had this epiphany, and it was in February. I thought to myself, you know what? Ever since I was 17 years old, I actually sat there with a camcorder making TikToks that went nowhere when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know if I even have any of the things. I still have some tapes. I still have to go through all that stuff. But and trying to make stuff like that, and then I just got caught up in I started a family. I just did that, and I kind of let the whole comedy thing just kind of go take its side. And then last February, I decided, hey, I'm going with this. I'm gonna take the podcast and make it a comedy podcast. I'm going down the comedy route. And then I thought, okay, I'm gonna start making the videos. And I thought, well, quantity over quality right now with TikTok when you're trying to build something.
Right.
So I went and I started doing all the lip sync stuff as much as I could do and tried to post 3 a day and all that stuff. And then I got to the point to where like I'm getting tired of the lip sync stuff. I got to make original content. And then the videos that I actually made when I was younger were character driven things where I had different people, and that's kind of where the whole Jeremiah thing's coming from with the wig and all of that stuff. And I actually have another character I'm going to introduce into this whole thing, but now I'm focused more on quality over quantity then.
Right.
And YouTube was supposed to be what I was supposed to build on, and TikTok is that's where the eyes are at. And I'm just trying to really just legitimately build an audience. And I'm not trying to become, TikTok famous. If I become TikTok famous, I become it. I mean, I'm not trying to say I wouldn't take it, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm just trying to put better quality content out there now. And that's why I kind of feel like take a step back. I'm kind of trying to focus it out a little bit, get back on this podcast thing where I can do this every Thursday night. And it was every Saturday night I started to do it. And then now it's Thursday. And just for some reason, the weekend thing. I mean, I'd like to get into more shows on this. And this is kind of the positively criticized, you're supposed to basically, it's designed to positive criticism, and that was kind of the whole idea with the business thing. But I think it worked with the comedy. We could tear stuff up and make fun of it and kind of go from there and not be so serious about things. But yeah, I just found that I myself am starting to feel that same thing where I just can't keep up with the quantity with their
right
on there.
For me, it's not about quantity. There was a time where, like, I did a lot of reading on it and stuff like that, and they tell you what are the better times. I think it's just bullshit. I think that because I read that they push your when your video gets pushed out, based on the initial users, if they're watching the whole thing, if they like it, comment it, if they fully watch it or whatever, or if they share it, if it does successful there, then it gets pushed out again. And that's how you stay. That's why sometimes when something takes off right away, it continues because people are watching it in full. And you know what I mean? That's why it stays in the For You page. I don't know. Right. I mean, I'm no expert on it or whatever. I know that I've posted stuff at random times and it's done better than other stuff that supposedly it was a peak time.
Yes.
I will tell you, though, when I post something that I think is really good or I did a good job at it and it doesn't do well, it pisses me off.
Well, yeah, it's like you put that time into something. And that's kind of like how I looked at it was, I mean, I'm shocked that the one that went viral, I was standing in my house. I looked at my phone. I was watching TikTok. I saw this truck crash into a bush. And the first thing that came to my head was when you were a kid and you were playing hide and seek, and you like in that last minute you didn't even know you're just running, and you're like, oh crap, they're done counting. I'm gonna dive into this bush, and that's what I imagined with the truck. So I went outside, stood out by my fence, filmed myself doing that, came inside. It was a Friday, and I just posted it, and I think it was about 7, 8 o'clock at night. I posted it, and boom, it took off. Like it literally just took off.
Wait, that was your truck? You were doing
No,
that?
No. I saw a video. Someone had already shared the video itself.
Oh.
And it's funny though, if you go on my video, if you go on there in the comment section, the guy who filmed the truck is talking to us on there.
Oh, that's
so
hysterical.
the whole backstory's on there now. I mean, and then someone else got involved that stitched into it. Apparently, what happened was it was a brother that took the dad's truck, took off, crashed it, and then later on, another car shows up in the driveway of where right behind where it went into the bush, and it's the other brother shows up, and it turns into a fight. So this was all filmed on a guy's camera on his house, and what the reason that he got the camera on his house was because a lot of people speed up and down that street, and actually the guy hit a telephone pole and snapped it before he hit that post, before he went into the bush.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of funny because out of nowhere, some guy said, hey, thanks for using my video. And then that's when I went to his TikTok and watched the original video. And then he actually had another follow-up video where he was explaining to people, he was standing at the bush and he was showing you where the truck went into the bush, and he was kind of doing that. So they obviously know it's the legit guy. But yeah, I mean, I think it's funny that it went viral. That went viral. And I have that one I shared where I'm taking a picture of the dog, and the girl takes a picture of the cat. I honestly thought that one was going to hit hard. I really did. And because her original video actually did 1.3 million at the time that I looked when I stitched to it. And it did over 1,000 views, but I just thought it was kind of funny, like stuff like that. I mean, it's like you can't figure out what people want to watch. And
I've seen some bad stuff go viral. I'm like, I don't get it.
It's bad. And I think, let me say it's Tralana, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Look. So
you're gonna give her a complex.
I give myself a complex before I say her name. like I mean, but you were posting, like when I first ran across you were posting pretty much twice a day. You were doing your morning message, and then you're doing your joke time.
Yeah.
So like when you started doing that, how did that go? Like, I mean, how long did it take? Because I think you have 13,000 followers?
Yeah, I have like 13.6 now.
And how long did it take for you to kind of get to that point where, did you have anything that, I never really looked back through your feed to realize if you like had anything like really big hit that like maybe grabbed more followers, or was it just by the consistency of posting? Oh my.
I don't have any viral videos or anything. I literally I started in, I want to say it was November of last year. So it's almost been a full year. And I just started posting joke time originally. And then in February, I had a friend that was murdered. And so that's when I started the morning positivity messages, kind of like in remembrance of him, because it was something that I needed to like kind of hear those like positive messages in the morning. So I was like, well, if I need it, maybe somebody else does too. And I started sharing those then as well. And it just kind of, I think by February, I was already at like half of that. Like I had around like, I was closer to 10K in February because I was trying to get to 10K by Valentine's Day. And then I didn't make it by Valentine's Day, but it was shortly thereafter. And then I started the morning positivity ones. And like you said, it's just been consistency. And I've had some that like randomly go to like 10,000 views, I think is the most I have on any of my videos. And then I have some that are like complete flops. And I think one of the hardest things, like you were saying, is I heard the same thing that Lisa was saying, that like it gets pushed out to an initial pool. And if like those people out of however many people are in that pool, if they like it or comment or share, then it'll get pulled out to a bigger pool, and it keeps kind of like progressing that way until it either does or doesn't go viral. And for me, one of the frustrating things that I had shared with you is all of my TikToks now get processed. Like, they're being reviewed before they actually like post. And that initial time period is so crucial for the algorithm, because after you post it, if nothing is happening to your video, the algorithm thinks your video is trash and won't push it out. But mine are just stuck in processing purgatory. So I have a hard time getting any of my videos out anymore because of that. And I don't really know what got me put on the naughty list, because I literally just post joke time and morning positivity stuff, and occasionally like a random other thing, like if I see a trend and I jump on it. But yeah, it's crazy how that works, and I don't know what does or doesn't get you onto that naughty list.
I never even heard of that, and I'm very sorry to hear about your friend.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You know, one thing. Okay, so what I've heard, and I've heard from numerous things, and the experts, and it's so hard for me coming from the business world and how people teach people how to be successful and how to do things and stuff like that. And it's listening to these experts on TikTok. And I'm not saying that they're not correct. What drives me nuts, though, is usually by the time you hear of something, it's already over. If we're hearing it from the mainstream, it's over. And so that's why if I said, hey, I'm going to grow you guys on TikTok, just give me this $99 course and I'm going to teach you exactly what to do. And I'm not saying that will never work, but in the past, it's so hard to trust that kind of stuff, is because what it is that person did it without telling everybody. It worked for them, and now they're going to sell you on it. But yet, in reality, the algorithm is different now.
Right.
And but what I hear, okay, so it goes out to 10 people. 10 people watch at least 50%, like 51% or more. Then it goes out to, it has to have a 50. The watch time, I think the watch time has to be, and this is like 8-second videos. We're talking about like the real short ones. They almost have to have 100% watch time. And two, they got to have, I think over 51% of people that watch it have to finish it. So it's like, it's crazy on how hard it is to get a short video out there. And then the one that's viral actually is only at 51% or no, 52% on my analytics. And it actually has a 7.6 out of an 8.3. So this is why I don't believe the experts, because it's not 100% watched. And that video got 3.4 million views and the amount of likes and stuff on it. So that's why I don't. And then I have video on my other channel that actually has an 89% watch rate and almost 100% completion, and it's not viral. So it's it's a very niche thing that is very watched. So it's not like me baking cookies or something. It's something that is very big on TikTok, and there's a lot of viral videos, and that particular video isn't viral. So that's why it's hard for me to believe these experts when you watch them, because I watch a lot of guys on YouTube and stuff like that to try to tell you how to get your stuff out there better, when to post it, and all that stuff. And on the naughty list thing, I myself find myself probably 99.9% of my videos now, every time I post, go into that process.
Really?
And
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I've never had a video. Now on my other channel, I've had multiple community guideline violations due to dangerous actions. Now on my personal one, the one that where you guys, when you follow me on, that one actually has nothing wrong to it, and I've never been notified. I've been reported or anything like that. But
I had two taken down.
There's two things on TikTok that can happen. Okay, so you could have a minor account or you have an adult account. If a minor account reports you for anything, TikTok will immediately take the video down. You'll have to appeal it. If an adult reports your video, you don't know. So my guess is somebody has gone behind the scenes of your account, maybe even mine, and reported almost every one of our videos. And that made TikTok actually go and look at the videos themselves. They didn't tell you. They weren't like, hey, your video was reported, because they're just going to tell whoever reported it, like, well, no, it's fine. We see nothing wrong with it. And then you move on. But I
Right.
think if that's the case, if you're getting a lot of reports that way, which if you have somebody who doesn't like you, they can do that to you. That's what I'm thinking. That's my guess. I mean, I don't have a hard evidence on that, but I could definitely see that being a thing.
Mm-hmm. And
Who
I
has
think
time
that
for all that?
somebody really petty. I think that
Psychos.
probably is, yeah. I think that probably is part of it. And I also one time when I was live, I got reported for being a minor, and they banned me for 2 weeks from going live. So, I mean, I know I look young, and I know Giuseppe is usually with me, my son, but I'm not a minor. And I even submitted my ID because that was the like appeal process, and they never even got back to me. Like the ban stood for the 2 weeks, even though I submitted my ID showing that I'm 38 years old, and they didn't care. Like they didn't undo the ban. So that might be part of why, but I think there has to be more to it, because I don't think one ban during my live would have gotten me this far onto the naughty list. So like you said, I agree. There's probably somebody out there that's being petty and just reporting my videos just because, to be a butt, I guess.
Yeah, because we could report any video, and it obviously if TikTok's just going to look through it and go, nah, it's okay, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But Lisa, one thing about Tralana, she actually made the news with her TikTok.
No, really?
I did, yeah.
Tell me.
So a reporter approached me, and I think it was actually dumb luck on her part. She happened to approach me on Twitter because, like, I'm a teacher, and teacher Twitter is such a big thing, with teachers trying to get their Amazon wish lists fulfilled for their classroom. And I think she just happened to like pick me because she saw I was a local teacher to her. And so she was asking me, what I thought about TikTok, and if I thought it was dangerous, and the trends, and how like kids, are trying to go viral. So they're doing dangerous things, whether it's actually dangerous, like physically harmful, or dangerous in the sense of like showing too much skin for the girls and attracting attention that they don't necessarily need and aren't ready for. And whatever. And she wanted to interview me about that. But then as we were doing the interview process, she realized that I had 13,000 followers myself, and that I'm a mom, and that I make TikToks with my son. And so it turned into a whole piece about.
Wait, I lost you.
She's buffering.
Oh.
It says reconnecting. I think she dropped. There she comes.
Oh, there we go. How as a mom I use TikTok myself, and that I'm able to use it to show that like that. Like, I mean, 13,000 isn't as viral as like obviously tons of other people, but it's viral enough. Like all of my son's friends think that I'm famous, and whatever, just because I have the 13,000 followers. I'm like, guys, this really isn't like TikTok famous. And they're like, yes, you are. And I'm like, okay. So like, she used it to show that like in that way, I'm like positively influencing the kids in this area to see that like that I make joke time telling corny dad jokes, and I make morning positive messages. And, I was able to get to the point that I am. So like that shows that you don't have to do those crazy things to like still get likes and follows.
That's awesome. I totally agree with that. I've had people say to me, like guys that I know or whatever, like I have guy friends from there that I actually talk to, and I actually met one, but I've had guys, say like, how come I don't see all of you on there or whatever. I mean, there's a few, I think older ones and stuff like that, but I'm like, I'm not on there. This isn't a dating site. It's not my dating profile. You don't have to show skin to be on here. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I've never been about that anyway. To me, I just never felt like I had to show anything to attract attention. I get enough, you know what I mean? Like I get enough attention. I don't need to show anything. But I applaud that, because I think too many people do put themselves out there in a way that they really don't need to. It's not that's not the kind of attention that I want.
Right.
Yeah, it's funny that like you see a lot of that on TikTok, and TikTok actually that I hear that they started cracking down on that, but I still don't see it because there's still, if you start a TikTok channel from scratch, your first feed that you're gonna get is all that stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like immediately like I have another TikTok, but I was doing another TikTok based on building a stage for comedy. And I had a different idea, and I'm still building that channel. And one thing I noticed, I put one video out, and it's to share other people's TikToks, like other comedy type TikToks. And the first one got like 700 follows. It went out, and then now not one video after that is going out to the For You page. So then I figured, well, I'm going to follow up to 10,000 just to get this thing to 10,000. But I'll tell you, it's like I don't spend a lot of time on there when it comes to the feed. But when I go into that feed, that's all it's full of.
But why have more than one? What's the point of that? Why not just have one?
What, the TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, the first one was obviously hidden identity thing, and it's kind of like in that niche. It's hidden identity is kind of a big thing. And then I had my specific one where I was doing the comedy, but I was trying to like do like a stage. I mean, I still don't know if I'm going to keep moving forward with that one because it's just because, like I said, TikTok's not putting anything to the For You page, and it's mainly like if I see funny stuff, I was putting it on there. Because TikTok is so weird when it comes to niching. Because you have to almost be so niched in TikTok to just get. It's almost like the way Tralana does her joke time. Like if every single video that she does is solely joke time, it probably would have a better opportunity of going. The channel would have a better opportunity than going viral. But she throws one good morning message in there, and it just messes up the whole account.
Right.
And that's just how, the way that TikTok is. And you're like, hey, you know what? I don't want to just do joke time. I want to have positive messages. I want to do this, which is fine. That's totally fine when you're building any social media platform. But if you want to be, we don't want to typecast ourselves. We want people to know us for us. Right. And that's kind of like when I started with my particular channel of my own was I was just playing around. And then that's when I decided, hey, I'm going to try this other one to see if I can just post these specific things to get it built up. Because it's kind of like Instagram. I could build an Instagram page to 1 million followers, and then I could turn around and rename it and sell it. There's all these little goofy things out there you can do.
Right.
And I was thinking like, well, I'm going to try that with TikTok. And that was kind of like the comedy part because I didn't want to mess with mine. I wanted to keep mine as it is. So it's not like I'm trying to create all these accounts to like just have all these accounts. I was trying something like kind of an experiment. But I tell you, just between two channels, it's so difficult because, one being kind of seasonal, but you got to keep putting, and then I have other stuff I could put on it. But then, what my video that went viral was actually related to it, but not related to it. And then I'm like, oh, so the following wants to see this. So I start putting that out there, and then it does nothing. Oh, right. And then that video is getting more views. Oh, the following wants this. And I think when you keep doing that, you're just going to go crazy.
Right. I think what makes you happy.
Yeah.
If it's something that you're passionate about, like the morning message, that kind of stuff, I think that's, like I said to you a while ago, you have that, a lot of your little skit stuff remind me of the old Saturday Night Live. I mean, I haven't seen the show in a gazillion years, but that's your humor. That's what it reminds me of.
And that's where my humor comes from. That's skits. That's what I grew up on. I grew up on old SNL, and that's the stuff that I love. And I mean, like the new stuff is so far in between of actually really enjoying it. And it just, but the news thing always stuck out to me in SNL, like when they would call that stuff out and they would make it. I actually did a 5th grade talent show with 2 other guys. We were newscasters. I was Sean Koppel. And I remember because I wrote the script, and my lines were Jim and Tammy Baker. Now remember, I'm in 5th grade. Jim and Tammy Baker were kidnapped by Libyans, or wait, yeah, something like that. And something about Tony the Tiger. And then Ronald Reagan was caught in the county seat buying toilet paper.
Oh my God.
And then I remember the sports guy wrote his stuff, and then some about how the Blue Devils threw their coach in the hoop and they got him stuck in the hoop or something. And it was funny because there was what made me think of that. It was actually this commercial that was on TV at that given time. And I remember them holding their coach up and running around with them. And I thought they were going to throw him into the hoop. And then obviously the weather guy, Les Folkman, he stepped on a poodle because it was raining cats and dogs. And obviously the wind was blowing, so he actually blew off the stage and actually physically, unfortunately, accidentally fell off the stage. So that kind of made for a good show. But
That's
I mean,
funny.
I was doing that stuff in 5th grade, and I mean, I like that kind of humor. It's always stuck out to me. I like to like grab onto things and play with it a little bit like that. But
Yeah, the old Saturday Night Live stuff was good.
yeah, here I got some more bubbles here. It's probably Shane answering some of those. Let's see real quick here. Bring them up. Yes, they're all Shane. We're gonna start at the bottom.
Is that the little arrow thing on the bottom or whatever? It says 7. Mine says 7.
Yep. Yeah, 7. So let's see. I'm gonna okay. I'm gonna start from the top now. Hold on. Here we go.
God, my son is obsessed with that game. 24/7.
He's talking about Fortnite. We're talking about
That's
Fortnite.
funny.
See, sometimes we don't grab these things right when we're talking about it. Sometimes
So wait, is your
another one?
cousin listening?
Your lip sync sucks, bro. Just kidding. Love you guys.
Wait,
Hey, you do that criticizing shit real good, so keep that up.
We got 2 more.
That's cool as hell, Tralana. I had a friend die last year, day after 4th of July of an overdose, and I'd really like to follow you on TikTok. So let me know your details.
your details.
Well, her screen name.
Yeah.
He's married too. Let's see.
You're not on there to be a thirst trap.
I don't know. I keep thinking about the dad bod thirst traps.
Those are funny videos.
Yeah, and TikTok was supposed to be cracking down on that, and it was kind of funny. I don't know if you guys heard that OnlyFans decided that they want to have more content besides that kind of content.
I heard. I saw that.
So the first thing that anything I do, I'm automatically. So I do have an OnlyFans account, but I haven't anything on it. I was trying to figure out what could I put on this to charge people, and because I wasn't going for. I was trying to thinking I'm going to put comedy stuff on there. I'm gonna be that guy who starts to put the stuff that I'm putting on TikTok on there, and do it that way. But I'm like, how am I going to charge for stuff? I'm already giving people for free on TikTok, and
right.
I was just trying to figure out that way, but I was trying to just beat everybody to the punch and be that guy that shows up there. And I'll tell you, the verification process was ridiculous to get on OnlyFans. Take your driver's license, all that. Probably what you had to go through to prove to TikTok that you weren't a minor.
Yeah.
It's very similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was kind of weird, kind of going through with that.
I'm showing 3 messages here from Shane.
Yeah, let's do them again. Let's see what he's saying. He's coming back. Let's see. 7, 14. Okay.
I don't know, you kind of got that Boston accent, the way you talk.
Okay.
Is he talking to me?
Yeah, that was on 7. Maybe we missed some. Hold on.
It was either Boston or New York.
It's me.
One of the two.
Yeah, it was you.
No, when you guys were talking about the videos and stuff like that on TikTok, that's when I put that one in.
Shane had posted a video. This is what kind of got me fired up on TikTok. He was doing the spin art on there, and he had posted, "Hey, you follow me, I'll follow you. I like so many messages, I like so many messages." That thing there. He had posted and ended up with I think he ended up over 15,000 followers in one day.
Wow.
And can you imagine? I mean, you can't even go back. I mean, you got to like 3 of the videos and all that stuff. So I did it, and I ended up with I think 400, 500 followers in one day. And I'm thinking I can't go back and 3 videos each. Do this, do that. And I literally had people going, "All right, dude, I'm waiting. You haven't liked 3 of my videos yet.
Right.
I'm waiting." I'm and that's why the whole follow for Frollo crew is ridiculous, because
I refuse to do that, because I only want people to follow me if they like my content.
Yep. Exactly.
What's the point in having followers if they're not going to look at your stuff?
Well, that's exactly it. It drives me nuts. It's because I'm doing it on the other channel just to kind of build up the channel, just to kind of see. But I'll tell you, those people and I try to use it a little bit where like I'll post something and then I'll go to that channel and I'll share it to like 25 people, 25 of those followers. I had like one girl in there literally share my thing to 25. I got 25 shares immediately out of one. But you don't get any engagement. These people don't engage.
Right.
Once you follow them, here's what they do. They'll send you another message going, "Hey, I'll watch 25 of your videos if you watch 25 of mine and like and share every one of them." Dude, I'm not here to play that game. I'll watch your content when you post it. I mean, I'll support you. I mean, you guys know me. I mean, I support your guys' stuff. When I see your stuff, I like it. I share it. You know what I mean? And that's what I do. But yeah, I'm not playing the game of going back and forth. Just, oh, jeez, it drives me nuts.
Yeah, I don't have time for that.
No. And it's like, now I'm at the point on TikTok where it's like I barely watch it. So I try to go into my following. And this is one reason why I don't like to follow a bunch of people is because I go into the following button. I follow people and I watch their stuff. And I try to like and share or, comment and on those videos, because this is why it's like legitimately, if you're trying to build something like I'm trying to build it, or if you're literally in build mode, you don't have time to sit there and follow 10,000 people and like, comment, and share. I know you want to be supportive of people. I understand that, but you got to kind of think about it. If you were like some famous person, making millions of dollars, and you're out there driving around, going to these movie sets and these, going to talk shows and doing all of the stuff that these guys do you think they have time to sit there and like, support all their fans? Yeah. No, I mean, your fans got to support you. What your fans want out of you is more content, cool content, funny stuff, whatever you're trying to give them. I think people misconstrue it. And like, some of these channels drive me nuts is these people just sit there all day and talk about, well, there's one guy I follow. He's like, oh, it's a Swoop Nation. This is what we do. We support each other. Everybody go to this person's page and follow this person. If you don't, I'm going to unfollow you. I'm like, are you serious? It's like that. So, yeah, I mean, I think it's a great app, but I think it's just, it's too addicting. And your life is, I mean, how long do you spend on the app? Like, Lisa, how long do you like literally spend on the app on a daily basis?
I think most days less than an hour these days.
Less than an hour?
Yeah, less than an hour. It's hard. Like in the morning, I used to spend my mornings on it. Then I would be on it at work. I'd be like, if I'm listening to a conference call, or if I'm on it, I'd be flipping through it on there, or like I would do something at work and then I'd go on and I'd watch a few videos and then I'd go back to work. And then at night, sometimes at night, I'd be on it like constantly. I can't do that. It's too much. Everything else, just like you look at the clock and it's like you just lost 2 hours. It's too much for me. But, there are some days where, I've spent more than that, obviously, on it or whatever. But I try to limit myself, because like I said, I'm not looking to be TikTok famous or whatever. I enjoy the app. I have fun with it. But the last few months, my head just hasn't been in it like it was.
Yeah, I feel it.
It became too consuming for me. And I can't, my self-worth has nothing to do with how many followers and likes and views I get. And it it can get to that.
It can.
You start to question, I don't want to say you question yourself, but like, I don't want to feel bad because a video that I thought I did really good at didn't, got 200 views. I don't want to feel bad about it. You know what I mean? And it happens. Like you start to, I don't know.
You do. I do.
Didn't get on there to feel shitty.
Yeah, exactly.
But here's how you got to look at it. And what if did not look at yourself like, hey, did I just post some really bad content? You got to understand that, like, I'm 45, and my humor is, like you're saying, old school SNL. And you watch SNL today, it's a lot different than SNL then. And I would probably say that my age group of people, and I see it, of the people that really enjoy my content are pretty much probably 35 and older.
Right.
And the problem with TikTok is the median age of that goes all the way down to 13. And once your stuff gets pushed out, the question is who are the first 10 people that are viewing this?
Right.
Like, okay, my followers might have been lazy and liked it or didn't like it or whatever like that, right? I didn't get maybe a lot of engagement from my following side yet. Maybe I'll get it tomorrow when I post, right? But the thing is these are 13, 14, probably 16, 17-year-old kids looking at your content thinking,
Right.
who the hell is this? And they're not watching the whole thing.
Right.
So you're sitting there in your house going, what's wrong with me? And nothing's wrong. Your stuff is funny. But the thing is it's going to the wrong people. It's the wrong. Right. It's like me doing stand-up comedy going across the country. You know,
you got an audience.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You know, I can remember sitting there. Actually, the first comedy thing I actually sat in was in New York City, and it was probably the weirdest way of sitting. You know, this guy comes down the street. Hey, you want to watch some stand-up comedy? Like we're going to a back alley or something like that, and just watch some stand-up. That's what happened. He drags me down me and my buddy into an alley. We go down into this door. Now we're in this like hallway, going into this. Wait, you know, I can't believe, you know, the guy holding the door for us, the comedian, who was going to talk. But so we go down there and it was like this big show. But the thing is, I remember being in the audience watching these people getting up there. Some of them were funny, some of them weren't. And it's just, but now if I go across the country and I keep doing that, I'm going to build an audience. I might find 5 people here, 10 people here, heck, the whole, you know, and this is why stand-up comedy is huge. And actually, when you start in stand-up, the hidden rule is you want to go to Minnesota. If you could make people in Minnesota laugh, you can make people laugh almost anywhere.
I never heard that. I have a friend in stand-up. It's tough.
Yeah, it is, and it's probably no different than me posting TikTok videos, you know, because like I put those skits out there, and were they funny? Yeah, I thought they were funny. I mean, I see people in the street and they tell me they're funny, but the thing is, it's funny, but they're not on TikTok. You know, they're on other apps. They're on this. They don't do what we do. They're not on there liking and sharing stuff. Right. And I mean, I know the stuff's funny. I mean, I don't expect every single person to find it hilarious, but it's just one of those things is you know what you're doing. You got to have your heart into it. Like you're saying, put out what you want to put out.
Right.
You know, I'm just imagining somebody flipping into stereo here to listen to us. They probably think this is like a TikTok anonymous thing. You know, we're weaning ourselves off of TikTok, you know, like a 12-step program to
12-step program.
You know. But
this is not TikTok anonymous.
Oh no, you're in the wrong room.
Can we just plug Shane in over here?
Let's turn him on here.
It'd be easier.
Well, we have someone else. Hold on. Let's see what this. We have another one here. Well, let's go, Shane. Well, Shane's actually at work. That's why he's he can't join in otherwise. Here, hold on.
I'm at work, you guys, so I'm trying to like catch in between, you know, so it's kind of hard.
All right.
So he asked my question.
I enjoy your content, cuz. Or is that because I have to? Because we're family. I don't know.
You pay
so
him.
Here we got actually from another listener here. Here, hold on. We got Kahara.
Hey, how you doing, guys? I know most people think that you know, TikTok, it's like there's a lot of kids on there. But like if you look at the demographics, most of the people who have on TikTok and watch most of the videos on TikTok are actually from the age of 20 to 29. So actually not a lot of teenagers watch that. But I do understand where you guys come from with, like, you know, being like the older demographic. But yeah, 20 to 29, that's like what, Generation Z? So yeah, our attention span's like not it.
Yeah, no, and it's funny he says that. It is attention span, and actually, somebody had posted a TikTok, the other day, and it's kind of funny because he was trying to tell you how the algorithm works, and the problem, he actually in the comments he put, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to put misinformation out there. The TikTok does push your video out to the For You, something the way he was saying. So his video was wrong, but the thing is it's almost like, in a way, it's like TikTok has created this. Let's make 8-second videos. Let's get everybody. I can remember when YouTube started. I mean, it was hard to get people to watch more than 2 minutes on a video, and so the attention span of people got bigger on YouTube. Like, I'll sit there and watch a 30-40 minute on YouTube, because it's like I watch TV, because I watch it on my TV.
Yeah, but it's got to be engaging, because that's a show. You're watching a show, 30-40 minutes. On TikTok, if somebody, I'll watch a video, and if it goes on for a little bit, I'll watch it if it's engaging, if it's funny, if I'm waiting for the punchline or something like that. But there's people who get on there and they're just like rambling on and on.
Yeah.
Point. I'm like, Nat, you lost my like. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that kind of attention span to watch, a minute or 2 minute video with no humor or no point or no story. If there's a story, like something engaging, I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
But
no, you're right.
The 3-minute videos are painful on TikTok.
I actually have something in my drafts about this, about the whole 3-minute video that you just lost my like and follow. I'm not hearting it.
It's funny. My buddy had sent me this video one time on text messaging, and it was a video like a wildebeest or something being attacked by an alligator, and you're watching this. And I'm watching it. I'm like, and this wildebeest was literally like just fighting for its life. And you're just watching it. And I'm just thinking to myself, I stopped for a second. I'm like, I'm really getting bored with this video. How long is it? It was 4 minutes. I mean, I literally felt like I just wasted 45 minutes of my life trying to watch this video. Right. So it's like this tension spans, like, you're right. It starts to get, but things like TikTok are training our attention spans to get to 7-8 seconds. And then they turn around and go, hey, everybody, we're going to make 3-minute videos now. Well, what? It's like they total counteract everything that they're doing. It's like,
I've only watched about 3-minute videos. I can't.
I won't make one.
No, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, no.
And the experts even tell people, they're like, hey, you know what? I mean, if you can make a 3-minute video and keep people's attention, make it, do it. But he says most people can't. I mean, because you're right. You're waiting for the punchline. You're waiting for the hook.
Right.
That stuff has to be there.
That's what
kind of gets me with my videos. Is when I do my videos, I try to get that in there. Like, boom, boom. I'll even tighten stuff up. I like tell my wife, I gotta tighten it up more. I gotta get closer to the punch. I mean, I can't have that space. And sometimes I'll make the video. I'm like, oh, there's too much space. And you're just trying to like figure that out. But then you drive yourself nuts thinking like that. And it's like, the people who watch it are going to watch it and they're going to enjoy it. But people have to get used to my humor. That's the thing too, is it's just like joke time. I mean, I already know that joke time is going to be two dad jokes and then
joke time.
And the 2 dad jokes and would you rather. And then the punch of like, what would you do, TikTok? And that's what I mean. So like, I know exactly how that's going to go. That's what my expectation is every time I turn that on to listen to it. Boom, 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 boom. And if my punch, and that's what I try to do with the, hey, did you hear that, so many people died during a flat earth, surfing championship. And then you have the next guy, my idiot brother with the wig, he says something like either intellectual or stupid. And then I'm like supposed to be like, seriously, and then it's over. So, when I say seriously, that's the end of the thing. So people have to get used to my humor. And if they like it, they'll follow me. If they don't, they don't. It's not a big deal. But that's what I have to put out there. And I'll tell you, it's hard. It's hard. It's content creation it's difficult, especially, and I get a lot of stuff around the news and I try to say stuff. It's like this morning, today about, in the beginning of this about the Black Hawk helicopter, it's like you want to say stuff, but sometimes you just feel it's too soon.
Right.
And that's what's wrong with the comedy. And you're trying to like, I can get pretty raw and, and say stuff like that, but and sometimes I'll say it while I'm watching it. Like, oh, that's, I can't
there's a lot of stuff I don't post. There's a lot of stuff I don't post that or that I'll want to do, either a voiceover or something will come to me and I'll want to, I'll do a video and then I leave it in my drafts, because the few things that I've put out there, a couple of things I took down. Two things, one was ridiculous and they took it down. But then even that other video that I put up, somebody reported it. And it wasn't even it was reported for bullying. Like somebody called me fake. You're so fake. And I did a video, that little nursery rhyme thing or whatever, where like I raised my finger and I got reported for bullying. Which if you know me at all, it's the last thing I am is a bully. Like I'm definitely not any of that. But some of a lot of stuff I won't post because it's too controversial. Like you'll never see me doing anything political or anything about the vaccine or, nothing. You know what I mean? I just won't do it. Stop.
Right.
I just don't want to get thrown off, I don't want to get,
right.
I'm scared to go live. I mean, I went live once, but I'm scared to go live because I'm scared of somebody just reporting me just to report me. And I don't want to like ruin my channel. And
no, you won't. Nobody report you for live. I did a live. It was fun.
Oh, I know. I was on it. But it's
you and 7 other people.
Yeah, I was on it with a couple people.
But you should, because that's how you get followers. I'm friends with a guy on here he's close to 200,000 followers. And when I started following him, he was only at like 30,000, 40,000 maybe. And I was shocked when he followed me back. Like I made a comment to him and he followed me back or whatever. And we've interacted. I've popped on. I don't really go onto people's lives because sometimes I'll watch it from behind the scenes. Like I won't go into it, but I'll watch it.
Yeah.
But then a couple times I popped in just to say hi. He was talking about something, heartwarming kind of thing or whatever. And I wanted to jump on. But he was like, go live. Like you have enough followers, go live. Put it out there. Put yourself out there. I still don't do it though.
And then you went with okay? So I did it like there was this whole thing that the experts kept saying is post a video, then go live, and you'll see all your followers go up. And so I did. I made my video, I posted it, and then I went live. And I think I gained like 3 followers. But I did it. I mean, it was fun. I mean, I was nervous as heck. I didn't know what the heck to do. Although I knew I was doing the drawing, which Tralana won the drawing. So congratulations again.
Thank you. That was awesome.
But so I was like, what am I going to do after the drawing? I don't even know what to do. And I got these games sitting by me. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to start this game off. And then that's
why I did it with somebody. I did it with Harvey, Hustle Harvey, Charlie. It kind of takes a little bit of the pressure off.
Yeah. I figured,
there's people that go live and they're not even talking. They're just, hanging out.
Yeah, they're like knitting and playing music and
right. I'm gonna try that and see how that works.
Yeah. Knit. What knit? I'm gonna crochet on TikTok.
Hold up a second. So yesterday or the day before, you sent me the whole thing. I have not heard that buzzer thing. I haven't heard one funky sound. No buzzer. I didn't hear any of that. And we haven't done one trivia question. So wait. I got a teacher on here. Hold on a second.
Do we need to break out the Genius Edition?
I'm at a disadvantage right off the bat.
Don't worry, I am too. Then, well, okay. I keep reaching for the cards as we're talking all the time too. So
what do you say, Tralana? Let's do it. Let's do a trivia.
All right, let's do it.
Well, we could do. All right. Well, let's do. This is the first thing I was going to grab. It's called "Do You Know Me?" These are cards that let's see how that works. Let me just grab a random card. And
so is this questions about you?
Well, no, we could do this. We could basically say whoever wants to grab onto this, we could say all right, well, we could say, I could say, okay, Lisa, this is for you, and then we're going to have to guess whether or not maybe you did this, right?
Okay. like truth or dare. Go ahead.
Yeah. Did Lisa ever go to a sleepaway camp? Sleepaway camp.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, I actually did when I was very, 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 very young.
Okay.
One.
Do you remember it then?
Barely.
Okay.
Barely.
All right. Now this one will be Tralana. So Lisa, you gotta guess this one. We gotta guess.
Okay.
Does Tralana know how to play golf?
Tralana, where do you live? What state?
Pennsylvania.
I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say yes.
No, I don't.
No, not even mini golf.
Well, I can mini golf.
All right. This one will be for me, so you guys got to guess this one.
Okay.
I suppose I could get real creative because I pulled the card that says create your own. But let's check. Let me pull another one. Oh. Has Sean talked to one of their parents today?
Ooh, I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no.
I did. I talked to my mom on the way home from work.
Ah.
Oh, man.
All right. So this one is going to go to. This is for Lisa.
Is this for me or about me?
Oh no! This is going to be about you.
Okay.
All right. Can Lisa name 5 of the Real Housewives cities?
I'm gonna say yes.
I don't know. Based on that laugh, I'm going to go with no.
Cities?
Yes.
I don't think I could do cities because it was Jersey. That's a state, obviously. New York, that was a state. It still is, actually.
It still is after.
Atlanta. Atlanta's not a city, though, right? Is it a city?
Atlanta? Yeah.
Atlanta is a city.
All right, there's one. Who are the other ones? Jersey, New York. What was the one in California? Orange County?
Yeah, it was Orange County, correct.
I know there's more.
So you're saying you can't name all 5?
No.
Ah, man.
It's been a minute.
There you go.
It's been a minute. I used to be very addicted to all kinds of reality TV, starting with Rock of Love.
I think my thing about reality TV is I always enjoy the first season of reality TV because it hasn't got too scripted yet. They're still learning the people. You're still learning kind of things. Then once these producers kind of figure out like really, and the ones where they just shove them all in a house and Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire and stuff like that, those are way too scripted because they thought that whole thing up before they all showed up.
Yeah, I can't watch it. I don't watch any of it anymore. None of it.
I actually had a really good idea for a reality show based on TikTok, and I would just need somebody to make it. But I thought that it would be hilarious to have like TikTok house where it's like literally you take like small content creators and put them in a house and they get to stay in the house based on their likes and views. Like if they stay relevant, and if they don't stay relevant, then they have to leave the house, kind of thing. But like,
oh my God, that's brilliant.
That is an awesome idea.
I think people would love it. And then you would support the content creators you want to stay by watching and like liking and commenting on their TikToks.
That is brilliant.
But
yeah, I loved it. I love the idea that it's like the relevance is what keeps them in the house.
I'd be in for like a day. All right.
I wouldn't even get there.
I'd be like the first one going home.
It's kind of like the surreal life. When you became not relevant anymore, you did end up on the surreal life.
There you go. Exactly.
All right, this one here. This is for Tralana. All right. Did Tralana stay home last Saturday night?
Yes. Sorry,
I'm going to go
Tralana.
with yes. I'm going to go with yes.
Okay, well, I actually worked third shift, so does that count as staying home, or did I go out because I was not home? I was at work, but I didn't go out like that.
Third shift. Are you a teacher?
We're gonna have to split that
I
one.
have a part-time job.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have to split that. It's a 50-50. I'm gonna get half credit. You're gonna get half credit.
There you go.
It's like a tie. Zip it, Darla.
Well, since you were still working, yeah, you didn't go out. So.
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh, God. This one's for me.
Yep.
Has Sean been to Target this week?
I'm going to say yes.
Oh, my God. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to have to ask if I was at Target this week. Was I at Target this week? I think I was. Was I at Target this week? Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like,
I thought I was. I thought I was. I know I had to. Well, I think I wore a mask in there. I don't know. All right. Oh, here we go. This one's for Lisa. Does Lisa have an Uber rating of 5 or of 4.7 or higher?
Oh man.
Single white female.
Yes.
Great movie. I'm gonna go with yeah.
All right, wait, hold on. I gotta pull my app.
She's pulling the app.
Well, I gotta tell you, when I first got on Uber and I really didn't know how to use it, a couple of times I ordered. I don't know. I got screwed myself. Let me just say.
I know that. I used to Uber drive, so I know.
I got a 4.77.
Look at that. She pulls it out. Now, like you're saying, when you first got on Uber, what was exactly that you did? Like you ordered some rides and canceled them or something like that?
So I was at a place one night and I called for an Uber and the guy couldn't find it. So, and then I called another one and he couldn't find it. Meanwhile, I was like on Main Street in my old town where I lived, literally on Main Street. Oh. Main Street. I mean, how hard is that?
They all have it.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was something else that happened, but I've gotten a little better since then. But it's funny, I do use Uber. Like I won't drink and drive. If I know I'm having a couple of drinks, if I'm going out, I'm not driving. So it's not worth. You can't listen. Years ago, and obviously I'm older than you guys and stuff like that. When I was in my early 20s, you know, people drank and we drank and drove. Like I remember driving home and not remembering in the morning like how I even got there. Literally, nobody thought twice about it. You know, I'm 56 years old. When I'm going back 30 years more. So, you know, today I wouldn't. There's no way.
I mean, I live in a small town.
It's not even the fear of getting a ticket. It's just that there's so many, you know, so many more cars on the road and stuff like that or whatever. But yeah, also I don't want the hassle.
Yeah, I mean, no, yeah, I mean that just totally destroys your life now. I mean, it
does.
It's set up like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, yeah, and that was one thing when I Uber drove for 75 rides. I just 75 rides, and I had bought a brand new car. I kind of thought like, oh, this would be cool. I'm going to do some Uber, and I drove for 75. I loved it. It was just really cool.
Did you?
And I would sit outside. I mean, I live in a small town, so where I live, I could sit here probably all day and not get a request. So I had to drive about 25 miles north to park on a main road and then get pinged. But I would only do it on Friday nights, Saturdays, and then sometimes Sundays. And all I was trying to do was get the 25 ride. It was 20 rides. I think it was 20 rides. So if you hit 20 rides, you get like a $200-$300 incentive on top of that. So whatever I earned from the rides plus the money.
Is the money good?
I was making about 500 on the weekends, and basically 2.5 days I make about $500. But I tell you, I was out all night. Like I would get out of my regular job. I worked like just till 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I would get in my car, come home, eat some dinner, and then I would just drive up to the town that I would go to, and I would just start picking people up until about 10 o'clock hit, and then I would go to this bar in this town, and I would just sit by the parking lot, and I would just start driving people home. I mean, I would just get ping, 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 and I would just drive straight back to the bar, straight back to the bar. And Uber had changed the incentive to where now I had to be in Chicago on this between these 3 blocks, and to get a 1.7 multiplier to be able to get that extra money that I was looking for. And I'm like, I work Monday through Friday. I can't go up there and sit. So it wasn't beneficial to me anymore. So I just said, no, I'm done. But I enjoyed it. I mean, I drove a lot of drunk people, and nobody ever tossed their cookies in my car, but pretty close.
Yeah.
But
I had an experience like that recently. My girlfriend came up from I'm not a big drinker. You know, and like I don't drink every weekend and stuff like that, contrary to popular belief. And even when I do, like, you know, I'll have like 2 drinks or something like that or whatever. But my girlfriend came up from New Orleans. We had just gone on vacation together and stuff like that. And we went out. We were so excited. Like, we didn't eat all day. She came up on Wednesday night. Thursday, she works with me. So we went into the office, and Thursday night we went out, and we were going local because we had Friday night and Saturday night to do also. So Thursday night we go out, and we Ubered. We were going into town by where I live and stuff like that, but we took an Uber, and I don't know what happened. Literally, people were buying us drinks and stuff like that or whatever where we were, and all I know is when I woke up in the morning, I couldn't find my phone. I left my phone in the Uber. And I left my credit card at the bar. Like, at the bar. Like, we were running a tab.
Sitting right there on the bar.
No, I left it, when they run a tab and they hold your card or whatever.
Oh, so they kept it.
Yeah. And then the Uber driver, I tracked my phone from my iPad, and the Uber driver was like about 25 minutes away. So she had a message on her phone, and then she ended up getting in touch with the Uber driver, and he claimed he didn't have my phone. I'm like, I see it driving. I see it moving. Like, he has it. And I called it, and then he turned it off. And so, of course, I shut my, I locked the phone, whatever that is. Like, when you freeze it, when you know what I mean? Like a report. I didn't report it stolen. I did something so that it locks the phone or whatever. Anyway, he ended up bringing the phone back. He finally called her back, and he said, "Oh, I found the phone in the car, or whatever." And he brought my phone back. I paid him, but when he brought my phone back, he was like, how you girls feeling? He said literally, your friend didn't almost make it out of the car. Like, she almost threw up on you. With just 2 grown women. I was like,
probably,
oh my God.
Probably the 2. Okay, so I had 2 things left in my car. I had a cell phone, which I didn't. I probably got maybe, I don't even know, not even a mile from the bar that I dropped these guys. I just dropped these guys off at the bar. They just got there, and he called me right back, and I turned around and drove right back to him. He gave me $10 for bringing his phone back, and then I drove this really drunk couple, probably a good distance from that bar that I talk about, and got them. It's probably about maybe 1:30 in the morning. I drove them back about 1:30 in the morning. I got that. I come back. I picked up another group of younger kids. Then all of a sudden, the one guy in the car, they were pretty intoxicated too, and he's like, "Dude, there's a wallet back here." And he's like, "Hey," he hands me the.
Where'd you go?
Can you hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you.
So he said, "There's a wallet back here." So he passes up the wallet, and I was like, "Okay." So I put it up there, dropped them off, and then I grabbed the wallet and looked at it. And right when I opened up the wallet, there's a nice shiny star in it. I'm like, "Oh, dude, there's a cop." And I'm like, I don't want to drive back to that town. It's like 45 minutes. I just drove to deadhead back to this bar to pick these people up because I didn't want to end up like driving off to Chicago. And so when I get back to the bar, all the cops are lining up because the bar's about to close. So they have a lot of problems in the parking lot there. So I just rolled up to the first cop, called him over to my car. I said, "Hey man, I just gave this cop a ride. He forgot his badge in my car." So I give it to the cop. He's going to take it back to the station. So then I got that call from Uber, where Uber called, the customer called Uber called me, all that stuff. And I'm like, I turned that thing into the police station. And well, the guy's girlfriend called me, and he's in the background, and he got so mad. He's in the back. What the fuck? And he's just, I'm like, dude, first of all, I don't want to be driving around with a badge in the car like that. And plus, it's,
Right.
It's like, I'm getting this out of the car. There's a cop. Trust him. He takes it. Obviously, they don't want, they called his department and said they had a badge there. That's what happened.
Right. Yeah, it looks bad for them.
Oh, it looks terrible. I was working at a gas station by my house, about 7-8 years ago. And it was funny. This guy comes in here to buy something, and he was kind of drunk, and he opens up his wallet, and he's like, "Oh, dude, yeah, the other night I lost my badge." And he's telling the other guy he's with. So they make me put a piece of paper in here until I get my new badge. I'm like, how does that work? Do you walk around with a paper on your shirt? What?
Yeah.
I said, thank God it wasn't your gun, huh? I think the funniest thing is we card all these people that come in the gas station, 21, they're buying stuff. And I had this cop come in and buy some chewing tobacco. And I said, "Yeah, I see your ID, please." And he goes, "I'm a cop." I'm like, "They have Halloween costumes, man." Oh, he didn't like the look of that one. But I even said stuff like that to people in real life.
Oh my God.
All right, so this question is going to be for Tralana. So can Tralana name the president on the $20 bill?
Check's wallet.
Google. I don't know.
Who is on the $20 bill?
No, we're all wondering.
Am I supposed? Do you want me to answer?
Yeah.
Or are you guessing if I know yet?
Oh, yeah. We got to guess first. So okay. I'm going to say yes.
What do you think, Lisa? Do I know?
I thought I knew. I looked it up, and I was right. So,
Is it Jackson? I'm pretty sure it's Jackson, right?
yes, it's Andrew Jackson.
When she
think
said
Lisa's-
about getting her wallet, I was like, oh man, I wonder if I have a $20 bill I can look at.
She's still buffering or reconnecting or something like that. Something
Okay.
happened.
I'm gonna have to go in a minute to put Jess up to bed, just so you know.
Okay. So, well, we could. Welcome back, Lisa.
I know. Thanks. Sorry.
All right.
I don't know why my signal keeps going out.
I don't know if you heard that Tralana said Andrew Jackson. So
Andrew Jackson. Yes.
I don't know if you heard. You didn't hear the cheer, did you?
I did not. Can I hear it?
Okay, I'll hear it. So,
Tralana,
all right,
wait, what grade do you teach, Tralana?
I teach emotional support students in 7th and 8th grade.
So you should probably get that little cheer sound.
I need that.
You do.
When they get stuff right, I can play that for them.
You definitely do.
It's funny. This thing, it's got. I'm going to play this for you real quick because John's going to have to hop off here real quick. So, this about blew my socks off last night. I have this button on here called pitch. Ready? I'm going to push it, and then I'm going to talk.
Can you believe I sound like a woman?
That's amazing.
That is awesome.
I know, isn't it?
So wait, what is that thing?
Well, it's a voice changer.
Is that the little machine that you sent me a picture of?
Yeah, it's got but mainly the reason I got this was because my mic didn't have. I could hook it up to GarageBand on my iPad, but then I couldn't plug it into stereo, so I couldn't control my mic, my good mic setup that I have to my stereo. So I got this little audio interface thing, which basically controls the gains and stuff because I have a dynamic mic, not a condenser. And so then I could basically turn up my echoing and stuff like that. And so it allows me to kind of manipulate the mic and stuff like that. But it also has this little soundboard built on it. It's this little cheap thing I got on Amazon. It's pretty cool. And I can actually infuse music into this thing too, like a DJ, but we're not supposed to. But yeah, so it's pretty neat, and it's got the little built-in soundboards, and it has 4 buttons that I'm gonna have to customize myself, and that I can add custom sounds into. But we'll go through it. It's got the well, you missed in the very beginning. It actually has an opening theme. And you heard the applause already, and it actually has, I don't know what we're going to use this for, but gunshots. So then we had the laughter, we had the boo, then we had the awkward one, which is kind of weird because it just a crow, and then it has I like this one. There we go. There you go. You could just say.
You have to use those in your videos. That would be hysterical.
I know. I'm trying to figure out how to infuse this thing into the videos. I was playing with it yesterday where I could have my Jeremiah sit at the mic and now like even sound like a girl or do something like that because I was doing some fake TikToks. I was going back and forth into TikTok and see how it worked. But see how that. But yeah, I thought that was so funny when I hit the pitch thing. It said female voice. I'm like, I'm going to sound like a woman, and then it did.
That's hysterical.
That is funny.
No more lip syncing for you.
No, I get to be a woman.
Mm-hmm. All right then.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool, neat little thing, and it allows me to control my my mic gain, so I'm not picking up all the sound in the room and stuff like that, and give me a little bit better quality sound. But
Very cool.
well,
That's
I
awesome.
think we could end this. We could, it was a good one.
It was
See what
fun.
those
Yeah.
4 little things are, the 4 comments.
Oh yeah. Well, let's finish the comments real quick.
Okay.
Shane, I don't want to leave him hanging. I see if Kahara one put one too. So let's see. We're gonna go to Shane.
TikTok's anonymous.
Oh, yeah.
That's
It sort of felt like I was feeling like if somebody were to click into it, they would hear that.
Oh, see, Sean, you can't pick on me for going live anymore. Hey, buddy.
What do you mean? He didn't go live. I went live. Okay, here's Kahara.
Yo, you should totally sell that idea. I would try to trademark that idea. That's a really good idea, actually.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love that idea. That was.
I do too.
And it was so relevant.
It happens.
So my son actually did like acting and modeling, so he has like agents, and I contacted his one agent to ask about like selling the idea, and she said that they don't actually do that. Like I would have to actually make a pilot of it and then sell the pilot, but I can't just sell like a raw idea. Like they don't look for ideas like that. So I don't know how
and if they
get it
did
out there.
and if they did, like, let's just say you were to sell the idea, you probably wouldn't make any more than $1,000 for the idea.
Right.
And that's it. Yeah. If you could create a pilot and put it together, I mean, I would think it's possible. It's a possible thing to do that, but it would have to be very you have to set up a fake scenario, but you could do that. I mean, a pilot's possible to make like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, yeah. Oh, we got one more.
Okay.
Dude, your fucking sound effects kill me.
So, yeah, I'm really thinking about what to put on those four mystery buttons I'm going to put on here. But I already know one of them I'm going to have on here, but we'll see what happens with the 3. But yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you.
I'm going to do this, like I
you.
said, every Thursday night. So, I'd like to get at least 2 to 3 people, because I have another specific game that I'd like to play that I don't want to play the role in while it's being played. So because Jay couldn't make it, he works in the city, and then when you get caught in the city trying to come back home, it doesn't work out well sometimes here.
Right.
So he wasn't able to make it tonight. And I'd like to shout out to Jay, though. I mean, I was riding motorcycles with him the other day, and my battery died on my bike, so he was stuck with my credit card going to AutoZone to get a battery for me as I waited at McDonald's. But yeah, that's the worst thing being on a motorcycle. If something go wrong because you're pretty much stuck.
Pretty much.
But so yeah, so if you guys are interested in joining in the future, just let me know. I mean, we could add everybody to the roster and stuff like that. I'm going to be doing another one on the 16th, and I know that I don't think I'm in the 16th, but on the 23rd, we're going to have a specific one where we're going to talk about kind of ghost stories, ghost encounters, and stuff like that. So if you guys have any experience in anything weird that has happened to you in the past, that's going to be one that probably on the 23rd. My nephew does a podcast himself, and he's more on the serious side of things. So, but he wants to kind of come on and have a little fun and do this kind of stuff. And then, I like to promote anything that, everybody else is going on. I kind of look at this as kind of like the Tonight Show for like regular people.
I love it.
Kind of bringing people on and having that atmosphere of the Tonight Show, play some games, talk about some things. Some things get serious, some things don't. We just had our first session of not Alcoholics Anonymous, that TikTok Anonymous. I think those alcoholic days are behind us.
Yeah.
But
well, maybe not for
now
me.
we're on to new addictions. So well, that's it. And thank everybody again for coming on, and I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you for
Thank
having
you.
me. And Tralana, I'm going to look you up on TikTok.
Okay.
All right, I'll talk to you guys soon.
Thank you. See ya.
All right, thanks, Sean.
It really was a good idea. That's genius.
See?
There you go.
Now I just need to capitalize on it.
That's right. Do it before somebody else does.
Well, yeah, now that I already said it on here.
I know.